Hey, good Saturday morning to you. Hello, Bobby D.
Good morning.
And happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
And here we are. It is the first Saturday of November.
Yeah, yeah, just like that.
Yep, November the 2nd, 2024. Sam C and Bobby D, the CCI radio show, sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can find Vibrant Souls on Instagram, and you can also email Vibrant Souls at vibrantsouls@gmail.com.
That is correct.
So we have a lot of things to talk about today. I wrote down a whole rap sheet,
Oh boy.
which for us to talk about. So
Yes.
you guys stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and get into some topics here in just a moment. And we'll be back in just a few seconds. So
That is correct.
we are globally connected and connecting the world, the CCI radio show. Stay tuned. All right. And if this is your first time, welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are glad to be back with you guys today. We got Rob D holding it down from the management team
Yes.
today. Good morning to Rob. Good morning to Robert. Good morning to Danetta. And we're just happy to have all of you guys here this morning. And make sure you click like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We are trying to get to that great number of 150 subscribers. We are on our way. We need just about 7 more, I believe, to actually get to where we need to be. So
That is correct. That
yeah.
is correct.
Once we get to 150, then we're going to go ahead and shoot for another goal. But I think 150 is a solid place to be. So tell your family, tell your friends, have them subscribe to our channel. And honestly, it's not hard. And if you guys like us like you say you do, then you'll help us to, get some subscribers, get us up to where we need to be. So thank you guys for that. Also see Zelma's in the building. Good morning to her.
Good morning.
We're glad
Good
to have
morning.
everyone here. That's able to be here so far.
Yes, absolutely.
So real quick, we so on Facebook, we have the Clubhouse VIP page.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still active, but what I need you to know is that we are doing a little bit of revamping. So now we actually had an older page that we were using until like middle of last year. So now we decided to bring that one back, and it is now renamed the Clubhouse, just strictly the Clubhouse. And it has a house logo with the Clubhouse in it. Or on it, I should say. So it is a private group. So the group that we currently had was public, but went back to having a private group, make it a little bit more intimate for all of us. And in the Clubhouse, you will be seeing exclusive content there. Also, you'll see some offers for prizes and contests, things that we won't see on the normal pages. So we're looking forward to putting, actually that's already out now. So make sure if you guys aren't subscribed or following that page, make sure you like it or follow it, or ask to be in it, and then we'll let you in. You just have to answer a few questions. So even if you have some friends that want to be involved in that group, hey, bring them all aboard. Like I said, it's a private group. They do have to answer the 3 questions specifically before we let them in. It's as simple as that. Okay. Let me mark that down. So we talked about that. So we talked about the YouTube subscribers. Pandemic Press Media Magazine is out right now. Bobby D, I'm going to show this one for us. And it features the very talented, very lovely Loretta D. Gonzalez. So if you haven't purchased your copy, what are you waiting for? Go to lulu.com, purchase your copy right now. And, we want to thank each and every one of you who have taken the time to actually purchase not just this edition of our magazine, but all of our previous magazines as well. And Miss Loretta is very grateful that she was featured in this edition of the magazine. We are really happy to have her, and we look forward to having her sometime in the near future. We just have to work out some details as far as that. Also, it is 1 year removed from the release of Bobby D's creation, as I can say, hashtag Mrs. Coverage's Teaching Diaries. So if you haven't purchased this, make sure that you go get your copy again of this lovely book that was at 2 book signings last year. And it is at lulu.com as well. And it is a very good publication by the one and only Mrs. Coverage, aka Bobby D.
I'm just hanging.
Hanging.
Just hanging out. That's all. Just chilling.
And good morning to Lady Lee.
Lady Lee.
Lady Lee's in the building. So good morning to
we
you.
Know who that is.
Oh, yeah, we know who it is. So, yeah, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
That would be my sister.
Yes. Yes. And the Cub House Creations handmade soaps and lip balms are out, available for you right now to be made and made with love, I can say. Taking time to do that. Current soaps are Arabian, Spice, Clove, and Holiday Berry, $7 a piece. So you can make sure that you DM us if you're interested in purchasing some of the soaps, especially for the holiday season, or just a great gift for you all. And thank you to Danetta. We did get your payment. Just wanted to let you know that. And thank you so much for your continued support of that. I'm just trying to run the gauntlet just real quick here, so you and I can have a great discussion.
I'm just chilling. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm not going to be too long here. So it is. Okay, well, sorry.
It is what?
It's daylight savings time. Overnight tonight. 2 a.m.
Oh, that's tonight. Huh?
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Oh.
So fall back. So make sure you set your clocks. We'll all get an hour of sleep.
Or will we?
Well, we should. Hopefully we all get an hour of sleep.
Well, I understand that moving the hours back for the fall, that is technically standard time. And that one actually falls in line physically better with our systems, because it's lighter earlier, meaning, telling your body, hey, it's time to get up. And then as it gets darker a little earlier, it kind of tells your body, okay, it's about that time to wind down. So it's interesting. Yeah,
it definitely is. We'll see how we react, because either we don't get the hour of sleep or we lose the hour of sleep, and I just don't know.
No, it
just doesn't work for us. I think we just go to excite. Yes, it's fall back, and it doesn't mean a thing. Yesterday, hope you guys had a chance to watch Cooking Fun with Mrs. Cabbage. It was a great discussion.
Yes.
Yesterday, that you were talking about the Secret Santa ideas, because now since, something else that you have found on social media, which you've been playing back and forth. Care to discuss that?
Okay, so technically I could play it, right? As long as we talk over it.
You're just really destined to...
Well, you can.
I cringe over that, right?
You can. You're allowed, as long as it's not. Okay, so anyway. Yes, it is our favorite time of the year, even though Sam C tries to act like it isn't. But But okay, so here we go. Okay, I'll play just the one. And if you talk over it, it's okay because it's interrupted. We won't show the video itself, but this is also something I do believe that I saw it on social media, but I may have also seen it.
You created a
on,
monster.
I may have also seen it on Danetta's wall as well. So
yeah. Well, Danetta created a monster in you. And I still can't believe this.
Listen.
That we're actually playing this right now.
As everybody who's here knows, I have to teach children Christmas music early. Okay, as we all know. I have to teach them I have to teach them their part in the Christmas program early. And though they are not singing Mariah Carey, I'm listening to Christmas music in October.
Yeah, well, I'm not, but
what am I supposed to do?
I got you.
I can't ignore my job.
No, I got you.
I think you do like having stuff, right?
Yes. No, I got you.
You like having stuff. So
I do like having stuff.
Okay. So with that being said,
we'll let that slide.
But Danetta did find a super cute picture, and I think I did copy it to my phone. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, everybody's having fun here in the chat so far. That's good. Danetta says, "Yay! I get an extra hour while on my leave of absence from work. Yippee!" And Ed C. Danetta creating a monster. Bobby, it's time.
That's it.
And
Danetta shared that.
Really? Gee, you two are really in sync here.
We are.
Okay. See, I agree with my sis. Terry and I agree with her. She said, no. And then Danetta says, Sam seems so unimpressed. No, not really. I mean,
he'll be better.
As soon as Thanksgiving
dinner is over, and
then we can
everybody
holiday music.
Yes.
I just don't like holiday music this early. You know, it's like when you have those Christmas movies in July. I don't like Christmas in July movies.
But they do Christmas in July. Like, that's just the thing.
I know. Well,
that's a thing.
But I don't like Christmas in July.
And on top of that, the local radio stations, I saw it on one of my friends' Facebooks, and you even said it. They're doing their little bit of Christmas music.
It's a sampler weekend.
And
then in another 3 weeks, actually, let me look at the calendar. Yeah, they'll flip it over to Christmas because Light Up Night is actually 3 weeks from now. So that's when I'll actually go full blown Christmas until the day after.
Oh, okay.
So
and they cut the music by the 26th anyway.
That's what I mean.
So
some state. They do have some Christmas music that they'll throw into the mix because people still want to hear it.
Of course.
But
it will still be, it's technically still Christmas time until the Epiphany.
Yeah.
Which is January 6th or 7th, depending.
That's true.
And on top of that, did you know the 12 Days of Christmas does not begin on December 13th?
Did you tell me that before?
Yes. And because of my friend and teaching partner at the preschool, who incidentally, her birthday is December 13th. She told me that, no, the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, was not about starting Christmas 12 days before. 12 Days of Christmas starts on Christmas and ends at Epiphany.
Okay.
I bet you were today old when you found that out.
Yeah.
So the 12 days of Christmas start on Christmas Day, and then it goes from there. Now you have to figure out, and then you could tell everybody later, how many...
And where I heard this.
No. How many gifts does your true love give to you for the 12 days of Christmas? Now you have to think about that.
You give me everything I need.
How
is
about
that
the
a good
tree?
answer?
That's a good one, but you need a number.
Oh, uh,
You don't have to answer now.
okay. I'll give a number later.
You have to give a number
Okay, I'll give a number
of
later.
how many gifts. Actually, you could put it, and don't Google it.
No, I won't do anything.
Don't Google it, but you could try to figure out.
Are you asking the audience now?
Sure. Why do you want to do a Christmas? No, you don't want to do anything
No,
Christmas right now.
no, no. We've already established that.
Okay, all right.
Soon, soon. I promise you soon, but just not yet. I still want to enjoy, you know, it's like Thanksgiving gets the shaft, because it's like everybody's all, oh man, it's Thanksgiving time, but then as soon as you start cooking, some people already have their trees up, and when you and I put our tree up before, I didn't like that.
Well, we're not doing it now.
No, soon as after, I don't care what, as soon as Thanksgiving's over, as soon as the dishes are washed and whatever, all the food's put away, then it's Christmas time to me.
Okay, but I'm tired after that, so I won't be putting the tree up.
Neither am I. This will be the next day.
If that, we'll have to see.
If
I
that,
don't know.
yeah, we'll see. Also, guys, it is very important for you to get out and vote because Tuesday is election day. Yeah, election day is here. Kind of hard to believe.
Yeah,
and this is one of the most important
of our
votings in all of our lifetimes so far. So yeah, make sure you go out and vote. And speaking of, both presidential candidates are actually going to be in Pittsburgh on Monday, if you can believe that.
Wow.
Kamala Harris is going to be down at the Point State Park in Pittsburgh on Monday, and Donald Trump is going to be in at PPG Paints Arena, the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and where we all have all those other concerts and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought he was going to Allentown.
He could be. That could be like, well, I don't know if it's the same day.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's on the eastern side of the state.
Yeah, but I thought oh, okay. I thought she was going to be
here's the thing.
The Pittsburgh area, and he was going to be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Unless maybe they're both stopping in another swing state before they get here. But like I said, he's going to be in one section. Well, they're not going to be too far apart either.
No,
they're only probably about, if you think distance wise, probably about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes away from each other. Like I say, he's going to be
around about the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine the traffic on both ends?
Oh, it's going to be a disaster.
It's going to be crazy on Monday.
It's going to be a disaster.
And then Tuesday, like I said, is the day. So make sure if you haven't voted yet.
Sorry. Just thought about something that we were doing on Monday.
Yeah, I have that written down too.
Yeah, but that also might mess up the traffic that we're.
Maybe not.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not.
Anyway,
but,
sorry.
So they are both going to be in town on Monday. Tuesday is the election. So make sure you guys get out and vote. Voting is very important. Voting is your right, is your voice. And, it could be you that decides, or I should say your vote could come down. It could come down to your vote as to which direction this country is going to be.
That is correct.
So you want to make sure that, like I said, regardless of whatever side you're on, you just want to make sure that you do your due diligence.
Absolutely, that's right.
And vote. So tell your family and friends, to go ahead and vote. If this is somebody voting for the very first time, imagine how excited that they are.
Absolutely,
that they've never been able to vote before, and if they've always wanted to. A few years ago, or whatever the case is, like I wanted to vote since I was 10. Well, now you're
now you're 18,
so
now you can vote.
So now you can vote. So so that is very important. So
actually, I'll have to say I was very excited my first time voting. Because of course, all of the both of my parents, they're retired teachers. My grandmother, dad's mom, Lord rest her soul, she taught, and she too made me realize the importance of uh, voting because of
Yes.
how much women, particularly and people of color, fought to get this right. And so, she always told me, no matter how you're feeling that, even if you're sick that day, or even if you can't figure out what to do whatever you can to go out and vote, because you don't, voting is your voice, of
Mm-hmm.
course, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, you can't stand around and complain. If you didn't vote and it doesn't come out the way that you wanted, wanted to, oh, I wanted so and so to win.
Well, they ask you,
Well,
did you vote?
did you vote? And that's always my question. Whenever after Granny, said, you know what, Granny, you're right. And I don't think I've ever missed. I think I missed it once, and I think it might have been a local thing or something.
Right.
And I think, and only because I was just so sick that I just couldn't move. So I was like, I guess I missed it. But I've never missed any election, whether, no
Mm-hmm.
matter how, quote unquote small. I mean, all elections are
Big.
important, right?
Yeah.
They're all big, but
Mm-hmm. They're
no
all
matter
big.
whether it was on the local or federal level. And I always, hear her, ringing in my head, especially when it comes to the vote. And I don't want to hear you say, that's what I'll say to people.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm gonna, if you say, I wanted so and so to win,
But did you vote?
did you vote? Well, no, I did. Well, then I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you about it.
Exactly.
You don't have a say. You gave up your right to vote, so now you don't have a right to say anything.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. That's how
So
we feel about voting around these parts. That's the way
yes.
it is. So
So
you vote, no matter who your candidate is, at least you voted.
yes.
At least you voted. So,
Yep. So make sure you guys do that Tuesday all day long up until the polls close. So yeah, just make sure you guys go ahead and do that. See, looking in the comments here, Robert said, I had to leave and come back into the room. Did anyone else experience a problem? I didn't.
oh,
Oh. And
no.
then, yeah, sorry, Robert experienced that. And then Danetta said, I'm watching Christmas movies now on Hallmark. In my defense, it reminds me of my mom who loved Christmas. I miss her. Okay.
Yes, apps, of
All right.
course, of course.
I got you. Robert put a thumbs up. Uh, Zelma said, it ruins the holiday spirit, all this selling.
So,
Selling. I think becoming the Grinch.
no, you're not.
No, not at all. And Danetta says, yes, I voted early. Please don't send us back 50 years.
Truth.
Well, Robert says, I put up my tree up. I put my tree up day after Thanksgiving or that weekend. Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
That's normally what
True.
we do. He said, Lee and I voted early. There you
Excellent.
go. Yeah, voting early is great too.
Mm-hmm.
Zelma said, I agree, Robert. Christmas before Thanksgiving holidays is too much. Yep. Danetta says, I keep a mini Christmas tree up all year round, but again, I have personal sentimental reasons for doing it. Zelma says, Danetta, I voted early too. It is hard to keep believing in the system, though. If I'm being honest with myself, I refuse to stress over this mess. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of us can actually stress. We shouldn't be stressed over something like this, but the bottom line is we all have to vote. Okay, we're all human beings here, and I'm sure we'll all be making whatever decision is on our minds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we all aren't going to agree on everything.
Right.
You know,
and you vote what's best for you. You vote
yeah.
for the
I mean, if
candidate.
you're strongly about something, then okay, then that's your candidate. You're strongly about something else, then that's your candidate. So
absolutely,
it just really, just really depends on what you're aiming for. I guess I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Danetta said, I hear you, Zelma. Zelma says, I love that, Danetta, little Christmas tree. Robert says, unfortunately, I'm going to miss Sam's rap sheet. I'll be getting ready shortly. Actually, Robert, I'm actually going through my rap sheet right now, so you're not missing a thing. Also, Crazy People Follow Us is the next audio podcast. So, Lord willing, we'll be putting that out there tomorrow for you guys. So, some more crazy stories. So, stay tuned for that. And Yeah, you and I have quite a busy week here coming up.
Now, coming
Yeah,
up, or I thought
with
you were talking about the week before.
yeah, with election week and all. So Monday night and Wednesday night is going to be very, very interesting for both of us.
Ah, yes, that's true.
Two people we've wanted to see at City Winery in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
One of
So we'll
them,
be
one of them
living
was
it.
a reschedule that scheduled later this year.
We will be living at City Winery this week.
Yes.
Monday, I'm super excited because the legendary Jonathan Butler will be here.
Yep.
And we got great seats. Not our usual table, as I said, our usual table, but that's okay. It's still up front.
Yes.
And we'll be able to
Have a
see
good
them
view.
and have a good view and all that stuff. So that'll be amazing. I'm very excited. And then Wednesday is the
Yeah, Wednesday night
is the
was the
reschedule.
reschedule from this past April.
No,
August.
August.
August, I'm sorry.
August. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this past August. So Wednesday night, we're going to go see, and I can call this person legendary too.
Absolutely.
We're going to go see the legendary Karen White, who was rescheduled from August, is coming on this coming Wednesday. So we have two concerts, and was it two concerts and a couple days apart?
A day apart.
A day apart.
So it's Monday, Jonathan.
Wednesday.
Tuesday's the election.
Yeah.
And then
Wednesday
Wednesday
is Karen White.
is Karen White.
So yeah.
So hopefully we'll be happy. Hopefully our candidate wins and on.
Well, no one thing, we'll be happy down at City Winery.
Yeah, we'll be happy at City Winery no matter what. So,
so that's going to be nice.
So that'll be fun.
Robert said crazy people follow you last week.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they follow us all the time.
That was yeah. That was so true. Yeah, Rob D missed that one. Actually, the whole management team missed that one last week.
I filled them in a little though.
I thought you did.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, I bet the crazy neighbors will be putting their tree up right after Sam and Bobby puts theirs up. That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Hear them creeping around right about now.
Creep. You know?
We didn't talk about Halloween though.
No.
That wasn't on the schedule, huh?
No, actually, I guess I just didn't put it on there. We can. Well, I guess because we did it for the past couple of weeks, I guess I never really thought about Halloween. I was like, but yeah, we can talk about the previous trunk or treats.
Yeah, go for it. Well,
I think I've been talking too much.
We decorated.
I'm starting to realize that.
We decorated the car in Hershey fashion, so to speak. So that was Sam C's idea. So I made cardboard cutouts of Hershey and I painted, Hershey, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we decorated the car. But on this past Sunday when we did it, we were thinking because I thought it would be kind of cute if, since Sam came up with that idea, maybe we should dress like a chocolate bar. But then again, it was supposed to be hot.
Right.
And should dress like a Hershey's Kiss. Like, what should we do? So I found these t-shirts that said, pretend I'm a chocolate bar. And we wore those out there. And boy, people absolutely loved that. And one lady,
actually, I loved it.
Well, a lady came up to me and said, oh, so we're supposed to pretend you're a Hershey bar? And I said, yes, absolutely. And she goes, okay, I love candy bars. I love chocolate. But I love s'mores too. I promise I won't turn you into a s'more. I'm like, oh boy, that's a little creepy, but that's okay. So please don't turn me into a s'mores. But that was kind of creepy and funny and weird, and it is what it is. But then, of course, last year at the community center, the teachers dressed as crayons. So we all bought a t-shirt that has like the Crayola symbol in the front, and you had your own specific color. Of course, everybody knows what color I wanted to be. And one of the teachers also made little paper hats for us, so it looks like a top of the pencil. And she made she got a big piece of cardboard and made it look like the Crayola box. So we all stood behind the box to look like we were in crayons in a box. And so I wore that t-shirt, and then I also decided that I was going to be a black cat. But I didn't want to paint my face to scare the children, of course, at the preschool. So I just wore ears. But since my after schoolers are a little bit older, one of the teachers at the community center was also, because I said, okay, the director of the program and I were going to be the black cats. And then one of the other teachers says, oh, I'll be a black cat too. I said, all right, good. So he didn't, the director didn't, but this lady and I did. So she had actually some makeup, and she, oh no, you go ahead. So I painted my nose and made little whiskers on the side. And this was me. It was pretty funny. There we go. I don't know how well you could see.
I could see the little. I could see that. I could see the makeup.
You could probably see the little tip on my nose. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that was kind of fun.
Look like a cat. you have all kinds of outfits.
Yes. So that was my outfit for the kids on Thursday. See, so we, the teachers, we get involved, we get into it.
You know what you sound like? You sound like that episode of Amen.
I do.
When Reverend Gregory was like, "Yeah, see, we're real people. We like to have a good time. You want to hear a good joke?
Want to hear a good joke? No.
That's what you sound like."
Well, you don't want to hear a good joke from me?
No, I do want to hear a good joke.
I don't have a good
joke. You give good jokes.
I don't have a good joke. I don't have any jokes.
Think of one. But,
I'll think about one.
See, Danetta said, I missed one. Yeah, Zelma says, I love Karen White. I'm not your Superwoman. Yeah. Yeah, actually, Superwoman is one of my favorites. Love Solid is probably my favorite one. And so we can't wait to see her on Wednesday night. That's going to be nice.
Yes.
And then Danetta said, play Creep by TLC.
Yeah. We have to say ALEXA.
Yeah.
We say.
But she'll play. So Danetta says, great songs on my, I love, Love Saw. There we go.
Oh, yes.
Babyface, yep.
A Babyface, sure. He could put on a good show.
Yeah, it's another person we saw a few years ago.
Yes, right before the pandemic.
Robert said, have a great weekend, everybody, and a spirited week ahead. Great. Let's see. Zelma says, oh, she was flirting, Bobby.
Oh, yes, she the lady talking about she was going to turn me into a s'more. She won't turn me into a s'more. I know, right? I was like,
maybe that's why I was looking at her funny.
She flirting with me? with my husband here?
Yeah, that's why I was looking at her funny. I'm like,
ladies, slow it down.
Yeah, right.
Slow down, little red Corvette. Right. Maybe you shouldn't do that around folks' significant others. I'm just saying.
Right.
That might not be a smart idea. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Hey, good morning, Summer Rae.
Sitting there, next to you.
Yeah.
You don't know. So I don't want to embarrass Sam C, but oftentimes people don't believe that he is my husband. We'll just leave it there.
That'll be another episode. We talked about that before.
So maybe she thought that she could flirt with me. Maybe she thought he was quite a bit younger, so you know where I'm going with this.
We'll talk about that on another segment. In the meantime, let's say good morning, Summer
Rae. How are you?
Sure.
Summer Rae. Hello.
Robert gave us thumbs up. That's good. Let's see. Zelma says, Danetta, she did a collab with Babyface. Oh my, I was the kid that bought the album when it came out. We gotta find it. And let's see, everybody's kind of talking amongst themselves. Sam was the marshmallow. That's
maybe
maybe I
she was
was.
maybe she was supposed to be
Maybe
the
I
graham
was.
cracker. Who knows what she was trying to
Maybe
do?
I was the marshmallow.
I don't know what she was trying to do, but here we
Yeah,
go again
we
with the
don't know.
crazy
We don't know either. Crazy people follow
with
you.
the
We can talk
crazy
about that.
people followers.
Might have to
We
talk
could
about
talk
that too.
about that. We
There's
could
a lot of things we can talk about.
yeah, we
Um,
could talk about that. So
yeah,
that's a whole other story. That's a
yeah,
whole other story.
yeah. Speaking of the title of this show, technically is called Sweet November because I
Yes.
couldn't think of anything else to call it. But
Well, November is sweet
mm-hmm.
until Tuesday.
Yeah, I know we already said this a couple of minutes ago, but it is very important that all of you guys go out and vote because this is the most
Let's keep
um
November sweet.
yes, this is the most how can I put this? This
Important
yeah,
and volatile.
votes because there's so many things at stake here. And like I said, no matter if you feel strongly about one candidate, then you feel strongly about one candidate. If you feel strongly about the other candidate, then you feel strongly about that candidate. And we're not here to bash or anything like that, but um just want
There's
to
been a lot of that.
yeah, there's been a lot of that lately, and the bottom line is that this is the most important election at this time. So
Hmm.
this is going to determine the balance of power.
Hmm.
um you know I'll just leave it at that.
And people should also remember. Okay, so this is the this is the thing, and this would actually go either way. If Vice President Kamala Harris wins the presidency, but the House and or the Senate majority is larger, think about it. Her um, policies don't necessarily align with the Republican side of the
Hmm.
policies
Right.
or the MAGA side. Therefore, she's not going to be able to get anything done. All the stuff she's been talking about, she will not be able to get it done if it's getting blocked. So you have to keep that in mind. Same thing
It could go the other way.
with if Donald Trump should regain power. But if he has uh, a
Less majority.
right less of a majority in the House and Senate, he too will not be able to get anything done.
Hmm.
So I really I really hate to say, but whomever does get control of the house, the White House, hopefully will also get some type of. I get a little confused about the House and the Senate on which it goes through first before it gets
I
to.
think it goes to the Senate, then it goes to the House. The House has more people.
Okay, so it could. I mean, basically, isn't it really the House that's the.
Decides everything before it gets to the president. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So it could get stopped
Mm-hmm.
at the
Before.
House.
Yep.
Like it could start in the Senate and they can send it to the House and
Yep.
stop.
Yep.
See, so I hate to say, whoever gets into power should hopefully get the House. And then,
Majority.
yeah, the House majority. And then they could actually do some things, But unfortunately, um, in most cases, whenever it is, say uh, a Democratic president, it'll end up being the majority
And
Republican or something.
it
It
always
just
seems to more or less.
they say it's that's because they want to create balance so that no one
Well,
can become a dictator.
but it's
But it's still nothing
yeah.
nothing gets done that way. But
It
anyway,
always seems like it always goes. If it goes one way, it never, it's like it goes one way and some people could be happy with that, but then you're like, wow,
Right. Right.
like I never thought about this.
Right. Exactly.
But anyway,
But anyway,
we'll just kind of drop it right there. But make sure you get out and vote.
vote.
We're not trying to bash anybody for what your beliefs
Trying to be
are.
as neutral as we
Hmm.
can. Sam C and I have already voted. We voted early, and yes,
But
we voted early. So
trying to remain neutral. But if I say something like this, would this be offensive?
it could be. Write it down, and I'll tell you whether or not it's
How about I whisper it to you?
okay. Should we be whispering?
Yes.
The kids get on me about stuff like this at the center. So, oh yeah, that's that's not
Okay, that's not offensive.
no.
Okay.
That's talking about us.
Yeah.
That's talking about us.
Well, but I mean,
Nobody could get offended.
I mean, you could figure it out. It could be either way, honestly.
That you're right. You're absolutely right.
But then people who see us may know. But the thing is, if you know us, then I mean, if you know us, if you studied us, if you've been friends with us for a while, even if you're new to the game to us, I think you would probably
might
know,
have an idea.
You might have an idea of where our beliefs are, but we'll just kind of leave it at that. But we're not trying to overstep anybody's bounds.
Right. Or spread hatred or rhetoric. But yeah, just go out, vote, put it in God's hands. Because remember,
God is in control.
God is still in control. No matter who has the White House, he's still in control. No matter who's there or who thinks they have control, he still has his hand on it all.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
We'll leave it at that. Something you and I saw on the news this morning. There's a repeat from last night.
Oh, yes. So today is a holiday. So here we go.
Or the Spanish term.
I want to. Okay, so
you say
for
it better
those
than me.
For those who celebrate, Feliz Dia de los Muertos to you. It's the Day of the Dead. Now I must say,
sounds bad though.
It sounds bad, and I guess I didn't fully understand what it was.
I know I didn't.
Yeah, I really, because I'm like, wait, but, that sounds kind of weird, and usually it would happen the day after Halloween, and all of the demons and goblins and all that stuff happening. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, and when I heard about Dia de los Muertos years and years ago, think about it. I went one of my classes in high school and college was Spanish. And now it's true. If you don't use it, you lose it. But I knew that muertos meant dead or death. Yeah, and I'm like, that does not sound good. Like, why? No. And I'm like, Dia, that's day. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, day, the dead, day, the dead, day, Dia, day. I'm like, Dia, that's day of los the muertes, dead. I'm like, Day of the Dead? What is that? So come to find out, which we did not know. I will pull up the proper.
If my mom's watching, I'm going to school her on this later.
Well,
I'm gonna flip that into Spanish during that, like next. When I talk to her later on, I was like, hey, did you know what today is? And then if I say the Spanish, they're like, what does that mean?
Right.
I'm like, you didn't watch the show, did you?
Uh-oh. I hope she's watching so you
Yeah,
don't get her.
yeah. If my mom was watching, I'm going to quiz her on this later.
But I think I'm sure she probably, so I'm sure she probably knows. Okay, so from wikipedia.org, the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertes, is a holiday tradition celebrated on November 1st and 2nd.
Oh, it's 2 days.
Mhm.
Oh. Today is the second. Okay.
Though other days, such as October 31st or November 6th, may be included depending on the locality. The multi day holiday involves family and friends. Now, this is the lovely part, which we had no idea. Uh, involves family and friends gathering to pay respects and remember friends and family members who have died.
Mm-hmm.
These celebrations can take a humorous tone as celebrants remember amusing events and anecdotes about the departed. It is widely observed in Mexico, where it largely developed, and is also observed in other places, especially by people of Mexican heritage. The observance falls during the Christian period of All Hallowtide. Some argue that there are indigenous Mexicans or ancient Aztec influences that account for the custom, and it has become a way to remember those forebears of Mexican culture. The Day of the Dead is largely seen as having a festive characteristic.
Hmm.
So I know that people do a lot with they make like sugar masks.
Is that what we were seeing? Like
That's what
different types of food and stuff. Okay, yeah, I didn't know what was going on here.
And they make lovely like tributes
Crafts
and crafts to their family members, to their family members who've passed on. However, it's also, from what I understand, a day to invite the spirit of those who've passed on into your home, I guess, and be kind of like a part of the celebration, so to speak.
Okay.
But, I kind of feel like those who passed on are always with us anyway. So,
yeah,
that's just kind of my thing. So, so
it was kind of interesting.
yeah, I thought it was very interesting. I do apologize because I thought that it was something kind of, evil or scary or something like that, but I was completely wrong. And to those who celebrate the Day of the Dead, enjoy, and please continue those tributes to those in your family and friends who have crossed over.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. What was that? Yeah, so Sweet November. Of course,
absolutely.
Hence the title of this show. And like I said, I couldn't think of anything else to use, which
I think it's perfect.
Well,
perfect.
So let me ask you, and maybe we can ask the audience if they'd like to answer this question. Sweet November, when you think of Sweet November, you have two wonderful songs out there. Well, one song by two different artists.
Sure.
You have the original Sweet November by The Deal, and you have the remake by Troop. So when you hear both of those, which one do you like better? Or is it hard to say because they're both good?
It is hard to say. But I'm not trying to give away my age here.
It's not about that. Not about age.
I think of The Deal first.
Because they're the first ones that did
They're it. They're the originators of the song. But Troop did a fantastic rendition. Absolutely fantastic.
Were you shocked when Troop came out and did a rendition of that?
I was shocked, actually. But they would be actually the only other group that I could think of that would do a good job on that song.
I got another group for you that no one would be thinking of. Yeah. I got two. New Edition.
I knew you were going to say that.
And Boyz II Men.
I would say more Boyz II Men. If you had to choose from those two, I would say more Boyz II Men.
Okay, I'll go another group. I would say Intro.
Yeah, Intro would be good to do it.
Or Take Six.
Or even Take Six. I do agree with the nothing against intro because they remade Stevie Wonder's Ribbon in the Sky. They did fantastic. However, Sweet November, well, I'll say this. The deal was more than just 2 or 3 people. There were several. And the same thing with Troop. So I think that song is more of a multi-voice song, I guess you could say. Whereas intro, though spectacular, they don't have quite enough voices to be able to, like, especially whenever you're getting to like the chorus and you need to. And I think that's kind of Troop's fault, because when they brought out their rendition, so
almost made you forget about the original.
Yes and no. No, because I can't forget that
slightly
one.
Under, right?
But when you listen to their version, you could literally hear all of the voices and all of the
key changes,
the keys, and you could not only the changes, like you could hear this is the bass and this is the alto voice and this one. You could pick all of those out, which is great. So shout out to Troop for their rendition. They did a fantastic job.
Zelma just said Guns N' Roses, November Rain.
Oh, I forgot about November Rain. Yes. How many songs do have the word November in it? I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. November songs.
You're stupid me. I was thinking Candy Rain. I was like, okay, no, that's not it.
With the word November in them. Your November playlist. 11 songs about the 11th month. Okay, let's see.
That'd be interesting. Yep, and Zelma's is right there at the top.
Right there at the top. Hey.
See Slash there.
Slash. We love Slash.
Yes, we do.
Shout out to Slash.
Yep, and that's number 1.
Of Guns N' Roses.
November Rain, number 1.
Okay, that's off the Billboard.
Yes.
Chart. Oh.
Is that Shaza?
Uh-huh.
Sweet November?
Did she
do
Sweet November?
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Must be a remake. Well, it's gotta be.
Gotta be.
Unless maybe that's just her own.
Sweet November. Sweet, sweet, sweet November. Remember me for who I was, not who I am.
That might not be a rendition.
That's not a rendition. Okay.
November Air.
Zach Bryan. Okay, that's from folk. That's a folk
song.
Song.
2020. You didn't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Gorillas. November has come.
Oh boy, that's alternative.
Okay.
I
should have known that one. Dawn Till November. I like that song. Wyclef Jean. I remember that. Tyler the Creator, November. Okay, this must be
hip hop.
No, I wouldn't know that. Lila Drew, November. Nope.
Lila Drew, November.
Indie pop.
And she brought that out last year.
Oh, no wonder. The Avett Brothers, November Blue. Never
heard of
folk
them.
rock.
Okay. November Ultra is the name of the group, and it's Novembre.
Indie
the
pop.
name of the song. Okay. Morrissey. November spawned a monster from 1990.
That's a rock song.
It's a rock song. Okay.
Sleeping with Sirens.
November.
It's rock. Came out in 2015. I don't know about that.
And that's it. Songs with the word November. Well, I'm sure there's more, but Some of those I'd never heard of. So
Yeah, there's a lot of them I haven't heard of.
yeah, so we might want to listen.
And see what they sound like.
Might want, yeah, might want. I'm not gonna play it here.
Yeah, please don't.
I'm not gonna play it here, and I won't sing it here. I can sing it. No, I can't sing it. Okay. I know the lyrics, but I will not sing it.
Okay.
I will not harm anybody's eardrums besides
Really?
my preschoolers
Oh no.
who have to listen to Mrs. Cuppage singing. I apologize.
Oh no. Yes.
Anyway,
Um.
so November is sweet. And you could think about all of the sweet things that happen in November.
Like the leaves.
You're at the end of the fall, and you get to watch. Well, we're at peak now, so I guess with the leaves,
Are we at peak or past peak?
I think we might be past peak now
Mm-hmm.
this week. So that's okay because the colors are still there and the leaves are falling.
Colors look nice.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna take some fall pictures of us and the leaves.
Yes.
And yeah, but it's still sweet because it changes. The time changes, like we talked about. Time changes back. Thanksgiving is in November.
Mm-hmm.
My sister's birthday is in November. November is the lead up to Christmas holiday. But November is sweet because even with all of the different holidays and things that happen in December, Thanksgiving is a holiday that everyone will enjoy together. And that is a holiday to enjoy enjoy being thankful and blessed.
Right.
So, with all that being said, November is sweet, even with a crazy, a crazy election thrown at the beginning of it. But regardless, it is still sweet.
Can
It's
be.
still sweet,
Yeah, it can be.
and it will be. It will be. It will be sweet. It's always sweet. November is always sweet. And like the deal and those who come after them who've remade it, Sweet November will tell us a story.
Yeah, it will.
It will tell us a story. It always tells us a story. Every November is a new November story.
It'll bring us back to, bring us back to what we once knew.
The love that we once knew.
Yeah, Danetta says positive vibes.
It's right. You got to stay positive. A presidential election is always
Stressful. Yeah, let's call it what it is. Stressful.
But this one is at a new level of stress. There's a lot
at stake.
Yes, a lot of things at stake and a lot of things. Speaking of people trying to. Anyway. Why do people wait until we get there? Anyway, it's a lot going on.
You should tell your friend that we're actually live on air.
No, I don't know that she'll pop on right now.
Oh yeah, she could watch it later.
She could watch it later. She could get confused.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to confuse anybody right
now.
Anyway, but the presidential election is always stressful, and no matter what year it's been. But this one is at a new level of stress. And so much so that I actually have a group of friends that wanted to go out on election night just so they're not. So, Alexa, no, thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, that's very. See,
Very,
they listen.
very random.
Very random. Very listening up too much.
Yeah, she said good night and sweet dreams. I'm like,
Yeah, I didn't ask.
What time is it?
Did I ask her?
No, but what time is it?
Yeah, I'd like to know
You know?
myself. So
Maybe she's on daylight savings time.
yeah, maybe she's starting daylight savings time sooner than we are.
I know, right?
Anyway,
Gotta remember to set the clocks.
yes. Yes, Danetta, you're right. She is very nosy.
Yeah,
Very nosy.
it's our way.
And especially clearly she's listening to us about the election, I guess. So
Good. Hope she heard everything she wanted to hear.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Did we tell her what she wanted to hear?
Yes.
Who's she voting for? I don't know who she's voting for, so I can't tell her what she wants to hear. She probably wants to know who we voted for.
I was gonna say something smart, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
No,
you can tell me later.
Yeah, I think I should probably tell you later.
Okay, tell me later. That sounds good.
Because how I was gonna flip it, you probably would just look at me funny.
It's something else.
Yeah. Let's see. Zoma said you said election night. She thought you said
oh, yeah. Good. Yes. That's a good point. Good point. But Selma, she's still nippy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She's still nippy. Sometimes she'll just talk and you're
she could do everything but making a burger.
However, with McDonald's and all that, you sure you want a burger?
Well, if it's from home, yeah, well, what? Nah, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, I don't
think so.
right now. No, that lost me.
But
yeah,
the group of friends wanted to go out that night just so we don't have to look
and be stressed
and be stressed about all of that that's going on, which isn't a bad idea. However, it might not be safe out there,
right?
You know.
It's almost a degree. No clown food.
Yeah, you got that right. You got that.
Yeah, we don't do that. You know.
No thanks. No thanks. But thanks, Zelma. I'm sure that's but yeah, I'm sure that's what she heard. But she's nosy.
But yes, again, make sure you guys get out and vote for Tuesday. It is very, very
and be careful.
Crucial. Yeah, got that right. And if you do happen to be in a voting place, and don't let people intimidate you. You know, just be aware of your surroundings. If you already voted great. You know, then you're safe. I guess I can say.
Let's hope so.
Well, you know, but Zoma said it's not safe. I heard a lot of hater talk and Civil War references on election day. Yeah. So we've heard that too. They're already starting it.
Yep.
And actually, they've already started it here in this state.
Yeah.
They posted something we saw on the news about there was something fake that they posted about Kamala.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Something fake, but won't really get into that. But our governor said that he's gonna they already have got stuff in place,
which is good.
To make sure that everybody has a safe environment. So, as I'm gonna say, it was so sad when I voted. The man by the booth was reading my ballot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think that was allowed, but
I got one thing to say. I know this is probably going to sound like I'm kind of whatever, but in Zelma's home state, there's one particular person that I'm hoping does not win.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm talking about.
I do.
And I really hope that
That's right.
And Danetta says, right, that's why I voted early, because they don't want my smoke. I got hands. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, someone says,
Got
that
that
part,
right.
Danetta, it's not, I was agitated. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be agitated or feel whatever. You know what I mean? It's your right,
That's exactly
you
right.
know?
And you have a right for it to be private. That's
Mm-hmm.
the whole point. You
Yeah,
know, like seriously, like if that's the case, why don't you just have the papers on the outside of the voting booth and you just check off who you want right there? I mean, what's the sense in going behind a thing to be private?
right.
It's unbelievable. So I'm happy. It looks like mostly everybody, um, you know, voted early, which
Yeah,
is
which is great.
wonderful.
And someone says, how ignorant, right? And she says, I'm so embarrassed he looks like us, or looks like us.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think she knows who
Hmm.
I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, needless to say, um, yeah, I'm like everybody else. I'm really really it took me, well, I guess I can't say it took me by surprise, but I was just like mm.
Hmm.
And the other says that's so disgraceful. So I mean, yeah, it is.
Hmm.
It's really disgraceful.
Yep.
But yeah, make sure you guys get out and vote. It's very important that you do. It's going to decipher not only who gets the seat in the White House this coming January, but also we need to uh, help with the balance of power in both the Senate and the House.
Hmm.
So it is very important. And, you know, if you've done your due diligence and you've gone, you've selected who you wanted for your local people as well, great. So at least, you've done your part.
Sure.
All we can do now is
Wait.
sit back and wait, and we can also pray
That's it.
as far as that.
That's right.
And another said, my crazy self would have blown him a kiss. That's funny. Um, but what else is funny? Tomorrow, Crazy People Follow Us. We'll put that on at some point tomorrow for you guys, part of our CCI Radio Show audio podcast. Hopefully, you guys will like that new edition coming up. Um, Tuesday Talks with Bobby D. I'm pretty sure you're going to talk about Election Day.
Yes.
Wednesday is etiquette class for Mrs. Cubbage. Now, that could go either way because you could probably talk about after election etiquette or something else that may be on your mind.
Okay.
Uh, Cubbage Critiques this coming Thursday. It'll be another good one for you, so stay tuned for that. Cooking Fun with Mrs. Cubbage will be good. Of course, it's coming Friday. And Lord willing, we will be back next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on our YouTube channel right here. So and we are trying, and once again, to reach that magic number of 150. So if you know any friends, family, coworkers, even people you don't like, you can have
Well, maybe
them.
not.
No, because you can still have them subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
even if they never watch, at least they would have been subscribed anyway.
Okay.
So we are trying to get to that magic number. So help us out. Let's see how much you love us. Like you say you do. Um, let's see. Danetta says, why do I feel like my episode is coming up soon on Crazy People Follow Us? Laugh out loud.
It's another. You're so bad.
Do you want to be featured on it? I mean, I was just joking. No, not at
we
all.
can we can have you come on and talk too about crazy people.
Yeah. But
Because I know you could tell us about some crazy folks.
people. Yeah. Well, and thanks. Looking forward to Jonathan Butler. Looking forward to Karen White.
Yes.
That'll take our. And it's funny. It's in between election thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
So, well, we'll be happy on Monday for sure.
Yeah.
But by the time we see Karen,
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
But anyway, anything else you'd like to say there?
Nope. Nope, I don't have anything. Just be careful if you're out and about, even if you aren't voting on election day that you voted early. Please be careful while you're out and about.
Mm-hmm.
It looks to be a talk about crazy people follow us. It looks to be a crazy week ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So please be careful.
Stay prayed up.
Yeah, that's right. Stay prayed up
Literally.
while you're out and about, especially. And even when you're in your home, please pray.
Yeah.
Pray, pray, pray. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I guess by the time we see you again live, we'll know who the new president will be.
Come January.
Right. So
late January.
we will discuss it then.
Yep.
All righty. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, everybody. Be safe. Enjoy the start of November.